Well, the food police are at it again, this time tracking what you eat. The government's shelling out nearly $150,000 on a study aimed at forcing people to eat healthy. Now, it's providing GPS devices to keep tabs on people's day-to-day shopping habits. Monica Mehta says this is a waste of time and money. Ron Meyer and Adam Lushinsky are back with us as well. Monica, it's almost preposterous, although with all the stuff in the news these days, it's not that hard to believe.
Well, I'm not against collecting information if it's going to help our government agencies be more efficient, carry out their missions, and spend less money in the process. But I really don't understand what we're really going to glean from this study in particular. They're giving GPS devices to people who elect to be part of a study to see where they eat. And, you know, in general, this is targeting fast food establishments. And I think the conclusion should be fairly straightforward and using common sense. People eat where it's convenient. Why do we need a study for this?
Well, Ron, why do you think we need a study for this? Is there something nefarious going on here?
Well, I don't think it's really nefarious, but I think it's really enough is enough. You know, the government's trying to regulate what we eat. They're regulating what size toilets we can have, the type of light bulbs we have, and they're reading our emails, they're seizing our phone records, and at some point, it really just breaks down the ethos of American freedom. And I think people, especially young people, are saying enough is enough, and we've had it, and the government should stay within its proper roles. And frankly, where's the study on government obesity? You know, GAO, which is the government's auditor, found almost $300 billion with a B in waste last year alone. And where's the study on that? How we can cut that?
Adam, I got a funny feeling when it's all said and done, they're going to say, you know what, people go to restaurants, they go to supermarkets, and sometimes they eat a hot dog at the hot dog stand. Is it worth all the effort and time and money?
Well, I'm glad that Monica sort of explained what this is, which is a small academic study aimed at gathering information, not this police state Orwellian thing that you and Ron hysterically want to make it out to be. There's nothing wrong with academics studying these things because, Charles, I understand and don't disagree with your point. People want to eat where it's convenient. We also know that people don't always eat as well as they could be, and that fast food places, if you ate there too frequently, can I don't want to get hysterical here. Can be bad for your health.
Listen, but Adam, here's the thing. I know what's going to happen. I know that they're going to get the results of this study, and they're going to use it as part of this sort of war against these fast food restaurants, against the notion of food deserts, and to push an agenda that, quite frankly, is against personal freedoms. And that's why I'm worried about it, and I think we all should be somewhat hysterical.
I think, Charles, that you're being uncharitable to these academics and infringing on their academic freedom by suggesting that you know what their studies going to say.
Donate your own money, then fine. But don't say that the rest of the taxpayers should do it. If you believe in this study so much, you can donate your own $150 million.
But there's a great deal of low-hanging fruit that we're ignoring altogether. The FDA should be the agency that's responsible for looking into the chemicals that we put into food and the fact that we're using corn to be a major sweetener in a lot of our foods, and that's really compounding this obesity problem.
You're very smart.
Why isn't the FDA focusing on that?
Well, they are, but why do you think these kind of studies exist? I mean, really, what's the real objective here?
Well, I'm not going to fall into this baited question,
well,
but
I just want your opinion.
Yeah, I think to a certain extent, studies can add value to these agencies. I just don't see the sense in this one, and I think we do have a history of throwing money behind fairly aimless,
like shrimp on a treadmill. Okay, Adam,
programs.
Give it to us. Give us the reason we're doing this.
Well, I actually think we're having this is a good conversation. I mean, I think Ron would say we shouldn't be doing this study or any other study. And so we wouldn't have come up with, cures for cancer, the internet, things that the government has contributed to. If you want to go item by item and say, I should pay, hold on, I'm not done. I should pay for them instead of the United States government. Fine. I think the United States government funding certain academic studies is an excellent idea and has been true historically for a very long time.
But not every study adds value, and I think that's the other side of this coin.
Of course not. But
yeah, and the internet did not come out of academia. I hate to break it to you. And this has nothing to do with finding innovation.
No, it came out of government funding
well, we're not talking about
for defense industry projects.
We're just talking about this program in particular. Stop trying to distract us. The fact of the matter is, this program is designed to see how
universities were highly involved in that project, in that DARPA project.
Go ahead, Ron.
Listen.
Listen, Ron, let's get back to the basic premise here, though. The government is collecting all kinds of data on every aspect of our lives. I'm not sure that it's all
Not in this
going,
study, they're not.
No, all different studies, all combined, all the spying, all the snooping. They're collecting a bunch of data on us, and it doesn't feel like it's all for good reasons.
No, it doesn't feel like it's all for great reasons, and that's what I'm saying. I think that the American people are tired of having their civil liberties trampled on, and this might be a small instance, and they may not act on this study, but it's just frustrating that instead of our government focusing on how to fix a great youth depression that's going on right now, or fixing what's happening in the student loan with the student loan bubble, they're focusing on stuff like this. We have huge problems facing this country that we should be studying and figuring out how to fix, and instead we're blowing money on stuff like this, and it's very upsetting.
You know, with all due
Obesity is a
respect,
significant
across
we're the
problem.
ones. Yeah,
Obesity
and we're
is a
the ones who are
significant problem.
focusing on this $100,000 program. This is not a giant effort by the United States government.
Monica.
Obesity is a
thousands.
significant problem.
1 second, guys. Go ahead, Monica.
I'm all for spending our money wisely. I think if I have one MO, it's that. But I think obesity is a significant problem. I think I'd just like to see the
agree with
government
that.
be more targeted in the way they spend money